Hello, this is Anne-Lise Gere, your HR consultant and advisor, with another episode of Ask the HR Expert. And today's question is a little different from some of the others we've addressed so far. And the question is, when should we do performance reviews for our employees? Well, it really depends what type of employees you have, clearly. But if we're talking about people who've recently joined the organization, so those new hires, you probably want to have a pretty regular contact with them. I think it is advisable to have a checkpoint after 30 days and make sure that they are on track with their onboarding plans. And definitely after 90 days to do a formal review of what they've accomplished so far and how happy the supervisor is with their performance. And of course, as anything when it comes to HR, we want to document and put that in the employee's file. If we're talking about performance reviews for existing employees, then I would say, depending on how different the job is changing, how much the job is changing, how well established the employee is in the job, you probably want to do a formal performance review at maybe every 6 months, but no less than every year. So between 6 months and a year. Most organizations do an annual performance review, but it doesn't have to be that way, clearly. You decide, and you don't have to do the same thing for every single employee. One thing I want to really emphasize is that performance review is an event. But what is really important and what will make your employee perform better is the daily coaching that they receive from their supervisor. And that should not really happen on schedule. This is something that should happen daily, if not, or at least weekly. And finally, I hear too often managers telling me, well, I have a problem with this employee. Maybe it's time I do a performance review. Well, performance reviews is not a way to address performance issues. If an employee is not performing, if the quality, the quantity of work is not satisfactory, if their attendance or their behavior are not satisfactory, we're not going to use a performance review. We're going to start a disciplinary conversation. So make sure you understand the difference between the two, and of course, get on with the daily coaching. That's the most important. So if you have any other questions that you would like me to address in one of a future video, do contact me. I can be reached via email at annalise@gereconsulting.com. You can also check my website, gereconsulting.com, and subscribe to this YouTube video. Thank you again, and see you next time.